President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden representing our country at today's state funeral. President Biden, the last of 13 sitting American presidents to meet the Queen during her 70-year reign.
All right, now Cecilia Vega, of course, our chief White House correspondent, has been here. And Cecilia, this is kind of really certainly a remarkable security feat to pull off. And just getting this many world leaders here, getting them moving around, getting them into Westminster Abbey. This was something to see and for them to pull off.
Yeah, remember the whole thing, like, were they on a bus? Were they not on a bus? There was a bus situation. Some 500 dignitaries, world leaders from around the world invited to this, so they had to figure out how to get them all there with the security. Many of them ended up riding to the Abbey in these buses, including the Vice President of China. That's how high up this went. Kings and queens from all over Europe on this bus. The person who was not on the bus, you guys know this, President Biden, basically Secret Service was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. He ended up showing up here in his own armored car, which is known as the Beast. You can see it pulling up there to the Abbey. But I can only imagine what these kings and queens were thinking being on a bus. When was the last time, if ever, they were even on a bus?
Yes. To be on that bus. What would that have been like? Cecilia, we know and we mentioned that the Queen met 13 sitting U.S. presidents, and she did have some special connections with a few of them. Tell us what stands out. Which ones stand out to you?
Yes, she really did. Basically, every American president, almost every American president since World War II. Look, she made her first trip to the United States when she was just 25 years old, and she was a princess. So she's got these long-standing relationships with these leaders. But we're told that she was particularly close with Ronald Reagan. Of course, they bonded over their love of horses and horseback riding, and particularly the Obamas. And former President Obama has said that he had a deep affection for the Queen, that she very much reminded him of his own grandmother, who he referred to as two. And even just today, former First Lady Michelle Obama released a video, and she recalled what ended up a moment that went viral. TJ and Amy, we've all been talking about it over the last few days. You'll remember when Michelle Obama put her hand around the Queen and almost gave her a hug. That is a protocol violation. They had said you're not supposed to touch the Queen, but Michelle Obama, in recounting this moment, basically said, look, this was just a human moment, and the Queen pulled her in for an embrace, and in the end, they just ended up being two ladies. You can see them right there, who were complaining about how much their shoes hurt them. so a lovely moment that the Obamas are recalling today.
And just one last thing before we let you go, Cecilia. What do we know about the relationship or any history between President Biden and King Charles III?
Well, they have met before, TJ. In fact, they just were at a reception overnight here in London that the King held. And of course, President Biden called the now King in the wake of his mother's passing to send his condolences. They have met before, given Biden's very long history in Washington, but they don't have the extent of relationships that perhaps others have had with his mother. So it's something that they will work on going forward. But I mean, we can't say it enough. The close relationship between the White House and Buckingham Palace is one filled with so much history, our closest allies here in the UK. So certainly they're starting off on solid footing, as we'll say.
Well, solid footing, except King Charles wanted to put our president on a bus. I don't know how that's going to help, Cecilia. Cecilia, it's always been good to have you with us, so appreciate you as always.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.